surprise.
All right, here we go.
All right. Hey there, Wholeheads. Welcome to the next edition of the Taco TACO, where we're talking ACO, American Cornhole Organization, all things ACO. He's Frank Gears, the Cornhole dude. I am typically Finn the Loudmouth for the ACO, but unfortunately tonight I'm changing my title to the Butcher because I have to be honest with you, as we go and max out Minnesota, there are some names on here that I promise you I'm just going to apologize right now. I'm not going to be anywhere in the ballpark. So I'm going to do my best, I swear to God, to make it as good as I can make it, but you can just call me the Butcher. How you doing, Frank?
Dude, I'm Butcher too because I had to apologize to every single player up there as I did most of the announcing this weekend. And I'm starting to read this list, and I'm apologizing to the players right out the gate. I said, I know I'm going to butcher your name. I'm going to butcher your name all weekend, so just bear with me.
But that doesn't mean we don't love you.
Because it is what I am.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we don't love you. And here's the thing. Look, Siri still thinks your name is Jeers. So you know what? We're going to stick with it. We like to start the taco by giving something away, and that's what we're going to do again. And this is cool because everybody who shares this video on Facebook, you're going to be entered for next week for a chance to win, just like Ricky Keeling did this week. He shared the video for the taco, and he's a big winner. How about that? Out of Calvert City, Kentucky.
And what do you get?
He's going to get himself a ACO Season 14 membership, which you can't beat that. That's a pretty good thing to have.
Well, that membership will also be good for Season 15.
Yeah,
so
and that's
going to get it for the last half of this year, plus it's going to be good for Season 15. And the cool thing about that is there's going to be a lot of little extra specials, I think, that maybe come along with Season 15's memberships.
Very cool. And Ricky plays regionals. He plays in Murray, Kentucky, and his CO is Russ Tabers, right? Russell Tabers?
Yep, Russell Tabers.
So congratulations. Well done. And again, it's very simple. Just take this video, share it on your Facebook page, tag the ACO, and you could be our winner next week. So we like to start by giving something away, and I think that's we like to give. You know, we don't really take. I would tell you that this particular edition of the taco is not only delicious, but it is nutritious. We are going to be feeding your brain with all things ACO as we work our way down. I think one of the things that we love to do too is say thanks and shout out to our partners. And one of the very cool things about this is, you know, we've seen manifestations of the partnerships, the Red Roof Inn with the jerseys that we showed that were distributed in Tupelo. But also what's very cool is, you know, you think, Red Roof Inn, what does that really have to do with cornhole? Well, I think now you and I both know they've jumped in with both feet into the sport of cornhole and the ACO. And if you don't believe me, check this out.
Yeah.
Not what you expected. Neither is Red Roof. Sleep easy. Spend less.
How cool is that?
That's sweet. I mean, I tell you what. I mean, it's exciting to see. It's that piece that they put together. It's an idea largely that Eric and the team have kind of thought about over the years, and it's neat to see it kind of come to fruition in a commercial with Red Roof.
Well, and you know what? And the production on that, it is kind of cool as you're watching, like, what's going on here? And then when you see that airmail sink in there, it's like, oh, damn. I mean, anybody that's watching that knows cornhole and loves cornhole knows how important what just happened was. And then you cut back around and see the family plan. I think it's fantastic.
Well, I'm going to see if we can find some video footage for our next episode when we were in Denver, Colorado, doing a big beer fest out there.
Right.
We had an environment that really kind of hit close to exactly what you get from that feel from that Red Roof commercial. And I hope we can find through some of our old video archives. Maybe I'll have to check with CS over there at the Digital Network to see what we can strum up with ACO history. But we did an event in Denver that I promise you was very similar to that. Just a great feeling, a great vibe. We were in this big tent at this big, huge beer festival, and there was hundreds of people gathered around because there was, I think it was $15,000 on the line
that's great.
Or $10,000. Big event.
Well, and you know, the first rule of an ACO Fight Club is everybody talks about ACO Fight Club.
There you go.
Everybody's got it. That's what we're here for. That's what everybody's here for. Also, we mentioned the ACO Walmart sweepstakes, another opportunity for you to get out and show your love love for the ACO, tag us when you get that picture at Walmart. So let's talk a little bit about how that works again for those who are just maybe checking out for the first time.
You know, it's still going really well. It's actually starting to pick up some steam. There's plenty of time to get out there and get your photograph with the ACO boards, the East Point boards at Walmart. All you have to do is go out, take a photograph of yourself. You don't have to be doing something funny, but a lot of people are starting to do some fun stuff. Right?
And Andy, for instance, Andy Bryant, who is from Sikeston, Missouri, and again, hopefully I got Sikeston, Missouri right, but I love the Brian Jones pose.
Oh, yeah.
So that does a couple of things. That says, here's a little bit of my personality, but here's what I know. And I know Brian Jones, and anybody that knows Brian knows that that's his pose, and I think that's awesome. So he's entered in for that sweepstakes for the $100 Walmart gift card, which, of course, goes a long way at Walmart, whether it be on the boards and bag sets there from East Point, or really that and then some. Also the bags that we've talked about time and time again that you can buy in separate sets.
I mean, again, well, let's talk about it one more time. I mean, those things are awesome. I mean, again, they're two-sided, slick, stick, and again, only $9.95. So you can't beat it. And I tell you what, I've been talking to a couple of our certified officials, and there's some board manufacturers around the country, and what they're ended up doing is they're actually manufacturing their own boards, and now they're just going to Walmart and buying these and using these bags with the sets of boards that they're making, because you can get these 2 boxes, the 8 bags for a total of $20.
Well, and a great starter kit. It really is. I mean, it gets you in the vibe if you're new to the game. And again, we always talk about the fact that we're trying to take cornhole, well, not trying to, taking cornhole from the backyard to the front page. This is how you get started. And we'll get to a question a little bit later on that somebody had with regard to ACO membership and what that means and what do you need and this and that. But again, keep in mind, if you're watching this for the first time, this is a sport and this is an organization for everybody. Everybody's welcome to play. Juniors, seniors, men, women, anybody, co-ed, everything. We'll get into some of the results from Minnesota as well, but there really is something for everybody. And so congratulations again to Andy for winning the and getting into the drawing for that $100 gift card. You still have an opportunity to do that. Go to Walmart, get yourself out in front of those boards and strike a pose, maybe a Brian Jones pose, maybe another pose. Who knows?
And again, it's as simple as posting that on your own Facebook page and tagging the ACO in it, and you're in the drawing.
Right, and that is top notch. And from top notch to top golf, boy, those 2 words are pretty much synonymous, man. And the beginning, they're sort of the bookends of the Worlds coming up this year. But Top Golf, if as you've heard us talk about a number of times in these last few episodes, get out and find one near you and experience Top Golf from a golfer standpoint, and then get ready at the Worlds to experience the party on the front side, the party on the back side.
Well, and again, if you ever poke your head into Vegas besides this summer, before then, stop by the Top Golf Vegas, because it's an over-the-top one. We've talked about it already, but Top Golf Vegas is bar none probably the best Top Golf in the country.
Yeah, and I think it's a great opportunity for you to maybe get a vibe locally, but then really, like you said, take that experience to the next level. And there's a lot of video boards, lots of stuff going on there. And speaking of video, one of the things that we like to remind you is the ACO Digital Network is out there. If you want to call it, I don't know, Cornhole TV for lack of a better term, we would call it Taco TV, but that's kind of what we're calling this. And I know CS would be like, wait a minute, that's mine. So maybe it's just Cornhole TV, but it's something that you can literally, just like a bag, carry the world of cornhole in the palm of your hand, because you can go to wearecornhole.com and see great clips, great history, all kinds of great digital content there. And again, right there in the palm of your hand, like a great fitting 450 bag. Now, this particular clip that we're featuring on this episode is pretty cool. I mean, you've watched somebody kind of flower. They probably wouldn't appreciate that word, but, go, 10 years ago, 9-10 years ago?
It was season 5, I believe it was. So it was season 5, and Derek King in Indiana. So it was quite a tournament. Actually, it was down across the river from Louisville. Yeah. In southern Indiana there. And, that was at the World Championships, and none other than Derek King, who is now a grown man with tattoos and could kick my butt if he wanted to.
He's a little beefier than he was in this video, yeah. Back in 2010, the KOC semis against none other than Matt Guy. Boy, and this is sort of like, some kid saying, I want to get out and I want to play around against Tiger Woods. I want to get out on the court and I want to play against LeBron, or, back in our day, I don't know, Pistol Pete Maravich, but Jordan, any of those things. For Derek to get out and be able to compete at this level, against Matt was pretty awesome.
It was exciting. It was very exciting stuff. And what was real exciting about it is Derek, probably Brett Guy was one of the early young guns to really showcase that kids can play this game. But Derek King was was even younger than Brett, I think, when he came to the sport, and he took and gave Matt a really good game. I think he scored maybe 7 points on Matt Guy, who eventually won the title that year. And that was late in the round. I forget how far it was, but I think he finished 8th in the top 8, maybe top 16.
And that's awesome because honestly, Derek, I don't think I could score 7 points against a cutout of Matt Guy. So, you know what? That's pretty awesome and good for you. And this is kind of a great way to look back. And again, the beauty of the family and the history of the ACO all there in the digital network. Again, wearecornhole.com. If you want all of this history in the palm of your hand. And the cool thing is, from this Friday, the 19th through the Worlds, all of this digital content is going to be free, no subscription required. So thanks to CS Alexander for getting all of this, aggregating it, and putting it out there for you. Maybe a chance to see yourself either on the court or in the crowd cheering on one of these awesome matches. I think that's very cool. So, as we continue on, we got lots to still get to, but
talking about Derek King now and what he was able to do, along with a couple of the other young guys early on, proving that this sport is for everyone. He opened up the doors for where we're at now.
Yeah.
Right? We are now with a bigger, broader base of juniors playing the game. And the ACO has now been able to come together with an organization called AAU, the Amateur Athletic Union. And we are going to be showcasing this August 2nd and 3rd at the Junior Olympics, the AA Junior Olympics. This is a huge announcement for the ACO, for the juniors in our system, and where we're going in 2020 season 15. Is very exciting places for our juniors. And it's going to be starting this August 2nd and 3rd in Greensboro, North Carolina, with the AAU Junior Olympics and the ACO running the Cornhole Championships there.
And that's cool because I remember growing up back in the mid-1800s, right after the Civil War. I remember AAU was always about swimming, and that's always everybody I knew was, I'm an AAU swimmer. But just the expansion of AAU and athletics, and now seeing the Cornhole being a part of it, that is pretty exciting. That's pretty cool. And, I mean, you never know where your next king or queen of Cornhole is going to come out, maybe out of that juniors group, which is very, very cool.
No, it's outstanding. It's exciting stuff.
They could be a player of the year somewhere down the line at a very young age or as they mature. We'll work away from players of the year, and let's start working back to the week, the product of the week, which we've already showcased just a little bit. But
little teaser. How
about this? The ACO Pro 450, and that's what the kids say, Frank. I want to make sure that we stay relatable. The kids say 450. Okay, so it's the ACO Pro 450 bags. And what is it that you like so much about this particular bag?
Well, this bag